You want to hear something funny?
Pardon.
Good day. I swear to Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's beat the zombie mode is, well, it's something, alright. That is all I can pretty much say. For a lot of reasons. It can be one of the most engaging and fun experiences you ever had on your life, or it can be one of the most rage-inducing thing to ever happen because it makes you want to literally peel off your hair because of how annoying it is. But why is it so unique? There's a lot of attributes to it that a lot of games themselves don't really have. But I'm going to firstly talk about how it works, and as well as its upsides, and as well as its downsides. Do not expect me to dive deep into every bit of mechanics, combos. No. This thing is a fucking huge-ass rabbit hole that I am not going to shove my finger in. Because, for one, there's a lot of shit happening onto the game itself, or the mode itself, that I don't really want to talk about. Or I am too lazy to talk about, because if I did, this video would be like 2 hours long. But either way, what makes Beat a Zombie mode be very unique? Well, it's quite simple. Instead of putting you in an arena or like some sort of an entirely new map where you never see in your life, the map itself literally just takes place on the area you're in. Whether that be on the slums, Old Town, or on the countryside. It doesn't take you to a whole new map that you've never seen in your life. No, it just continues where you were. But how does a mode like that even start? How does it eventually function? Well, you either hunt someone, or you let a night hunter to invade you. But let's talk about on both perspectives. For the Night Hunter side, you just simply create a new file and you'll complete the tutorial, which teaches you absolutely fucking nothing. Like, it literally just teaches you nothing but the sheer basics and doesn't even teach you, like, the other, like, basic mechanics that are, like, literally important. It just says, hey, you can do this, you can also do that. Now, good? Okay, now go out there and learn everything on your own. You have your own little arena where you can, like, sort of test your own little stuff that you have, but then again, like, you have no skills and you gain no experience from it, so you're sort of forced to learn everything on your own. You either get a good experience where you face off against a player who has the same level as you, or you face off someone that has never seen sunlight in the past 5 years, and are probably rotting away in their mom's basement. So, yeah, trust me, you will see a lot of players like those in the future, and I have encountered too many of those, but either way. So, you either let the game itself choose it, or you choose a match of your own. It will tell you what map they're on, which side quest they're on, and as well as their quote-unquote matching, which pretty much determines that, hey, this player actually matches your skill level. And it will also tell you how many players there are on the lobby that you're going to be invading. Good! You choose your victim. You get a cool loading screen. The Night Hunter lands on a rooftop, gets a whiff of the prey you're hunting, and then the match starts off. But how does it look from the human side? You just have the mode enabled. That's it. That's literally it. There's literally no other bullshit. Like, there is no quick matchmaking type of shit. There is no, like, searching for lobbies. No. You literally open the mode, whether that be only available during the night or at all times, and you literally just wait. That's it. You either wait 10 minutes, or you wait 5 fucking hours for it, for someone to invade your lobby. And the thing is, the game doesn't, like, automatically put someone in your lobby. It's up to the players themselves to, like, intentionally pick your lobby to invade. And so you probably either do some side quests to actually pass the time, or you're some other people that literally just sit back and do nothing. In the background, you're probably eating or washing dishes or who knows what the hell you're doing, while you're waiting for a Night Hunter to invade you. And you get a notification that a player is joining you. Great, it's probably just another human player. Nope, turns out that it's a Night Hunter invading your lobby. Great, so what do? You have a little bit of time left before the match actually starts, and you use that time you have to organize your inventory, because you're going to desperately need it. The only utility that you really need to bring to the table is a UV flashlight and a UV flare. And that's pretty much it, which I will talk about later. Everything else is up to you. Bring whatever your heart desires for. You want to bring guns? Go for it. You want to bring hefty weapons? Go for it. Whatever your heart desires, go for it. But the most important key aspect that you need to bring in is a flare and a flashlight, or UV flashlight in particular. And that's pretty much it. You patiently wait, and the match starts. What is the core objective? Simple. For the human side, just simply destroy the volatile nest, and protect yourself from the Night Hunter that's coming in. Keep in mind, this is a player controlling the Night Hunter, not an AI, so you're gonna have to be very well prepared for this shit. Again, it depends on the Night Hunter. It's either a very innocent person that has never played the game before, or some sweat lord that has never left his chair ever since he sat down. So there is none in between. But either way, your goal is simple. Destroy the nest, and then defend yourself from the Night Hunter. The Night Hunter has two bars, one health and one energy. The health is self-explanatory. If that thing goes to zero, that thing goes dead. And then there's the energy. If the energy bar is maxed, they can pounce on you, instantly killing you. Even if there's another player that around you, you don't get knocked down, you instantly get killed instantly. There is no chance. But you can cancel it with UV light. And that's where the UV light comes in. Like I said, it's your number one priority to bring into your pocket. Because without it, you're practically fucking useless. Because you're going to be much of a hindrance to your team or to yourself rather than being a actual help. So yeah. It's pretty simple. Defend yourself from that ugly being, and as well as destroy the Vault nest. That's it. For the Night Hunter side, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just kill the humans, and defend your nest. That's it. How do you kill him? I don't know, just use whatever you have. I'm not the one telling you what to do, so just kill him however you want. Beat his ass, claw him, pound him, tackle him, impale him, whatever the fuck you want to do. You have a lot of skills on your hands that will affect you, whether that be calling on hordes, getting rid of their light, spitting out a toxin, or like tackling them, ground pounding them into spikes, whatever. You have a lot of tools under your belt that you have to grind for in order to get it. There are certain skills that are like through mutations. These are pretty much prestige points. Once you reach max level, you start off from the beginning, you lose all your skills to get a new one that is otherwise locked entirely. Whether that be UV heal, toxic spit, concussive, whatever. That's up to you if you want to like start from the beginning to get them, but it is pretty much worth it. But there is some bit of difference here. There is no virals roaming around, there is no volatiles roaming around, there is no goons or demolishers roaming around the map. It's just you and the Night Hunter and a few infected defending the nest. That's it. That's pretty much it. There are some changes that happen. Firstly being the humans have infinite durability on their weapons, they have infinite stamina, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can say. And if there's more players on the lobby, there is some bit of gameplay changes that happens to it. Number one being the Night Hunter is a lot more resistant to damage and as well as more immune to lights, meaning that they won't run out of energy much more quicker. This is sort of a way to balance it out if the Night Hunter is fighting off against like 4 people, because for one, the Night Hunter is very fragile. You are not some beefy dude that can tank a whole damn artillery cannon. No. One bash on the head and you're already on death's door. Death is already knocking on your door. So, in order to counterbalance this, the Night Hunter is intentionally more stronger and much more resistant if there's much more players. Secondly, the survivors, or the human players, accessories are a lot more weaker, meaning that it's going to take a lot more longer for them to recharge. Example being, if there's like one survivor, they can use a UV flare 2 times instantly, but anything beyond that, if there's like more than one survivor, then the UV flare is going to be instantly on a cooldown, or sent on a cooldown, because if they could instantly throw away 2 of them, then it would be a little bit broken and be unbalanced. But considering the fact that this mode is entirely unbalanced in general, I don't think it's going to really save much to it, but either way. So yeah, that's the overall core general idea of it. If the humans lose 10 of their lives, then the game is over. Even if there's other survivors alive. Like, you could have like that one specific teammate that dies 10 times, and you would still lose the match. Regardless, even if you're still alive and have never encountered him before. So, yeah, always stick together, do not abandon each other, because one teammate is worth of many. Even if you think you're some hot shit, then you have to protect your other friends, because you're not some one lone wolf that thinks that he's on top of the fucking world or some shit. No, you need your teammates. Your teammate's gonna scratch your back, and you're gonna scratch their back as well. That's the core basics of it. You're not a lone wolf in this one, Chief. No, because if there's 4 survivors, like I said, the Night Hunter is resistant and more tougher, and secondly, he gets his abilities much more quicker. So don't think twice before you fight off against that fucking thing alone, because you're going to regret it instantly. That thing is going to get rid of you much more quicker. I also forgot to mention that every side of the match, the Night Hunter always knows where the human players are, and they always know how much health they have, and they also know how much UV light they have, or how much battery they have on their light. One single howl, and they know where they are no matter what, unless they camouflage themselves. Which I will talk about like every core feature there is on both sides later, on a much more different video. And the way survivors are able to figure out where the Night Hunter is, they just have to simply press their survivor sense, and they're able to figure out where the Night Hunter is through the map. And the crane will also say that a line where it says like, oh, the Night Hunter is pretty close, and there will be also a music change, indicating you that a Night Hunter is like very close. So yeah, they both sort of know each other where they are at all times, and so yeah, the Night Hunter is also very loud, so you can sort of use that audio cue as a way to figure out where he is, and yada yada yada. But what makes it so special? I've explained the overall core gameplay is of it. So you might think back, oh, it's just survivors just like running for like 5 minutes doing this and like continuing the process. What makes it so special? It is chaotic because it is a very fast-paced game mode because every millisecond counts. Like, you could literally turn away for a split second, and the next thing you know, the Night Hunter is literally pouncing you, or even knocking your ass off a rooftop, without you even realizing. There's so much that can happen in a split second. Again, I'm mostly talking about if the Night Hunter and the human side are good. I'm not saying that this is always happening. You could face off against some poor innocent child that just installed the game for the first time and is trying the mode and has no idea what the fuck is going on. And the same thing can be said about the human side. The worst part is, like, the human side does not get any tutorial whatsoever. They're, like, instantly thrown into Battlefield without any sort of, like, indication of what they're supposed to do. There's no tutorial, there's no, like, instructions to help them. It's just like, hey, you're getting invaded, goodbye, good luck, you're on your own. The only, like, quote-unquote hint that you get is through, like, the death screen hints. That's it. The game doesn't tell you, hey, the Night Hunter can do this. They can also do that. You can also defend yourself by doing this. No, you have to figure it out all on yourself. If you have someone that knows how to play Beat a Zombie mode, then go ask help from them. Otherwise, you're shit for luck because you can't do shit on your own because you have to figure out everything on your own. But either way, what makes the mode so damn special? Why is it loved by many and also despised by many? Well, like I said, it is very chaotic because there is so much that can happen to the point where it's like chaotic fun, if that makes sense. It's not chaotic like where it's annoying, but chaotic in a more fun way. Even if you're playing alone, like both of you are like constantly moving around in such high pace that no one is able to figure out what the fuck is going on, because for one, the Night Hunter is like so damn fast and is like flying around in circles in like every 5 seconds, and then there's the human side which is like dodging back and forth constantly, making sure that the Night Hunter's not doing some sort of a weird trick on them. And then if there's 4 players, then imagine that, but more chaotic, essentially. Because example being I can give is one person gets like knocked on the other side of the map because they're dumb and chills on a rooftop, and the other one is like desperately trying to run for his life because he has a horde running after him, and the other one has his light runs out, so he's forced to stay with the other crew, and the other one has no idea what the fuck is going on. So there's a whole clown fiasco happening everywhere, and it's very fun to be in that scenario. And it's also very unique. Again, there is no other game that I can think of on top of my head that is like sort of similar to this, or does this way. But, oh boy, this mode has a lot of problems. Oh boy. Oh, there is so much problems that I cannot even think. The number one being is how laggy it is. It doesn't matter if you or the other players have the best internet connection to the world. This mode is laggy as shit. You could get drop kicked in the air somehow. You could get tackled 20 meters away. The ground pound can hit you even when the 900 is like 2 meters below you. You could get hit like 20 meters away for some apparent reason. The mode is very laggy. So do not be surprised if you get hit from like 5 meters away from your target, because that will occasionally happen unless the person's cheating, but what can we do? Anyway, it is very unbalanced on both sides. You're forced to play dirty if you want to win. There is no such thing as fun in this game mode. Everyone treats this like their life is fucking depending on it. They would betray their own family, for God's sakes, if it meant that they would win on a rank that doesn't even matter. Literally. Every single person I have encountered, like, they would sell their mother, for God's sakes, if it meant they win the match. That's how desperate they are to win this. And yeah, everyone is just so damn toxic. Like, you do something, they're gonna call you out for it. You do some weird tactic that they have never seen before, here are some 5 different racial slurs. There's some, like, you do some sick-ass gameplay that is, like, genuinely really cool, here's your IP address that they're probably gonna leak, and a death threat. The point I'm trying to make is that people are so toxic, and they're so desperate to win on every match. Only once every blue moon will you ever encounter someone that is actually, like, genuinely good, or like who is a good person, and that good person is just gonna stay quiet. That's it. They're just gonna stay quiet and never say anything. Thirdly, is it is a cheating fest. Everyone, like 90% of the time, people are like modding, and it's kind of hard to really tell who is modding because there are some like aspects to the game where they can like modify it to the point where you almost never notice it. Like you never really notice it, and it's like so exploitable, honestly. Like it's so damn exploitable that it just becomes depressing to the like it's really just damn depressing. And it's also very unbalanced because like there really isn't a lot of gameplay variety on both sides. Sure, there are some like different ways you can play as the human side where you can just like bring in a specific weapon like guns or like long weapons, whatever, throwing knives, firecrackers, whatever. Sure, but there's really not a lot of huge gameplay differences. But for the Night Hunter, it's just like the same thing. Just spam, tackle, ground pound, spit, and that's it. There is no like set classes for the Night Hunter. There is no like different loadouts you can do. You're just stuck with the same abilities over and over and over and over. That's pretty much it. And like you're sort of forced to like spam your abilities because otherwise like there's really not much to do. You're sort of forced to spam tackle constantly. You're forced to spam ground pound, and that's pretty much it. There's really not much gameplay variety to it whatsoever. And like I said, you're forced to play dirty if you want to win. And considering how everyone treats this mode like it's their life depends on it, like there's not going to be a lot of fun unless you're playing with friends. If you're playing with friends, then that's where the fun part comes in because no one's taking this shit seriously, so why should they? But let's talk about the rewards. Are the rewards really worth it? Yes, they are, in some ways. For Survivor side, you get a lot of legend levels and as well as a lot of Survivor points. And the good thing is, you don't lose any legend or Survivor points for each time you die. You don't have to worry about that entirely. Another thing that the game also gives you is golden weapons. This is the only time where you're able to actually get golden weapons without like going to like the prison heist itself or like through Bozak hordes or whatever. There's actually another way where you can get like genuinely good gold weapons, but there's also times where you also get like shitty gold weapons like a pipe or like a table leg for some reason. But then again, it is also really good for like leveling up your legend level or even your survivor rank, and as well as getting some gold weapons. And it's the only time where rank really matters because the higher the rank you have, the more loot you get, and as well as more experience you get. As for the Night Hunter, it's more just like a title, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, you level up the Night Hunter by like doing pounces, ground pounds, killing people, winning matches, and the only reward you really get for winning is like more XP, and that's pretty much it, and a new rank. And you use those skills to like get new skills like ground pound, movement, and as well as tackle, horde spit, UV suppression spit, etc., etc. And that's pretty much it. And that's pretty much it. Another thing I should also mention is that there are some skills for the human side that sort of like helps them in a way, like drop kick, drop attack, and so on, yada yada yada, etc. But other than that, it's just you, pretty much. And there's also one of the best aspects about the PvP in general is that there are spikes that you can actually use either for yourself or against you, because the Night Hunter can actually like get impaled through like 4 different methods. You interrupt their pounce and they fall into a spike. You evade their tackle and they fall into it. You drop kick them into it, and that's it. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's only 3 ways. I thought there was 4, but I was wrong. And the same thing for the Night Hunter, where you either ground pound them into the spikes or you impale them onto the spikes by tackling them, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, the only way humans are able to win if they destroy all the nests, even if the Night Hunter is alive, the humans instantly win. And even if the survivors like lose all of their lives, and even if the others are alive, the Night Hunter wins. Like I said, the survivors share the lives, and if one person dies 10 times, then the survivors lose. You're sort of forced to work together. So yeah. Like I said, the mode is entirely fun. Like, it's really damn fun, and it's very engaging. However, like I said, the problems that it has is really damn, like, what's depressing about the mode entirely. It's unbalanced, it's laggy, and the players themselves are, like, so damn toxic that it makes Reddit and as well as Twitter look like child's play. And there's a lot of cheaters in this game mode, and a lot of modders that you can't really tell. There was a point where there was a Russian guy that thought that I was cheating, where he said that I was like draining his energy in like 3.6 seconds, when on average it takes like 5 seconds to like get rid of a 900's like energy. And I literally like went back to multiple times just to see like if I'm actually tripping or not, but no, it was like 5 seconds on average. I don't have the footage because I accidentally deleted it when I was like making the Q&A video, so yeah, figures. I don't care if you believe me or not, I just don't really give two singular fucks, so yeah. I don't cheat. I never cheat. The only time I really cheated was like when I was like 5 years old and I was like cheating on single player games. Does that count? I'm not sure. Anyway. Either way, that's it. That's the core overall gameplay, and as well as the basic introduction to the mode itself. Why do I love it so much? Like I said, it's very unique, it's chaotic, especially with other players, and it's really damn engaging. Are the downsides what's really ruining this game mode? Yes. The players themselves specifically. Like, everyone hates this mode because of how toxic the player bases are, but everyone loves it because of how unique and engaging it is. So, yeah. If you're able to sort of ignore those downsides, like the players being retarded as shit and being very immature, then go for it. It's very fun. If you don't really care and you don't really take this mode seriously, and if you're someone that like me that just has it casually open because it's a fun game mode, then yeah. And it's also one of the core reasons I have 1,000 hours to begin with, because it's fun. So yeah, that's all I can offer. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this gave you a better insight on how the mode essentially works, and as well as its upsides and downsides and how it essentially works. Take care of each other, treat each other with respect, show some kindness to another, love each other, and do not be an asshole to one another. Okay? Thank you. Now get out of my house. Shoo. I'll see each and every one of you next time. Now get out of here.